It is the Riot podcast for you. Welcome in to our Thursday show.
Look at that. The week's still not over.
Yeah, but it's flying by, isn't it? It feels like just yesterday that it was Wednesday, and all of a sudden now it's Thursday, and before you know it, it'll be the weekend.
Yeah, that's all right. We're almost there.
Feeling good. Feeling as good as we can.
We did have a nice break with us talking, and we had a chance to just eat a little bit this morning.
Yeah.
We did a Riot food fight with the Eggo waffle Pop Tarts.
Yep.
So if you want to check out that and actually watch it when we're done with the podcast, head over to RadioU Riot on our Facebook page and also our YouTube channel, so you're following us there, and you can watch our food fights.
What else we got?
So we talked a lot of food today.
We did.
As we typically do. And
There's more than normal. More than normal.
We always say, like, oh, we're talking a lot of food today. And we say that like once a show.
Yeah.
But today we talked about a little bit of Beyond Meat and how if you haven't tried it yet, there is an opportunity for you, which even I would consider trying.
Do you want to try it Monday?
Yeah.
Monday? You think we'll be able to get it?
We would have to do it. Okay, there's not going to be a line. So
Yeah.
I don't know if you're talking like, will KFC be ready?
Yeah.
But we could always try Monday, like a little luncheon.
No promises, but we'll try.
They like to go back to a lot of these places that try out the Beyond, but definitely KFC. They're like, it sold out when we tested it in a couple hours. So that's what I'm concerned about.
No.
That they think it's so popular. I never bought that. I never bought the Beyond Meat, as in like I never bought any for myself.
Sure.
I also just don't buy the idea that it's going to be so popular it's just going to be flying off the shelves.
No.
Maybe once we try it, we'll think differently.
Well, it was something that was tested, and so KFC has their Beyond Chicken starting Monday nationwide.
Mm-hmm.
It's more like, hey, do they have enough employees to come to the window
Yes.
to make your Beyond Chicken for you?
Yeah, we talked about that. And then also, like, have you guys obviously know, like a musical artist or like an actor will kind of like come out of nowhere and just like take over, change the way things are done. So this morning on the Riot, they pretty much said that they are now going down the Isaiah way, getting rid of coffee and just going energy drinks from here on out.
Oh,
People come in and they just take over, and that's what happens.
Well, we were talking about we need a new coffee. Like, we got to order some more. But it's like, what if that was last year? What if we have to move into something else?
Yeah.
And instead of, I know energy drinks are so expensive, but you can get powdered versions that are cheaper. So what if instead it was like, Hudson, did you make the pot or the pitcher of the drink this morning? And maybe that's what we should be doing.
You know what? I don't want to do that. I just don't think I enjoy.
Is it too much work?
No, I just don't think I enjoy energy drinks the same way as I do the coffee. But I will say, actually, now that we talked this out, it's unfair to Isaiah, the energy drink drinker.
Yeah.
He doesn't drink coffee. Coffee's provided. Energy drinks are not. We need to keep it fair, which eventually will mean that nobody will get anything for free.
Exactly.
Because that's the only affordable, that's the only way we can sustain ourselves, is us all bringing in our own thing.
Maybe we instead just buy like bottles of cold brew that are already made or something. So we don't actually make coffee anymore.
We need craft services.
I do appreciate though walking into the kitchen. Like, I just love the smell.
The
like
smell
there's
of coffee?
nothing. Yeah, I love the smell. Like the warmth in there and the smell like that. That like helps like wake me up just smelling it. So that is something I feel like I get a little bit of it, even though I don't drink it.
Well, if anybody has any ideas when you're done hearing us talk about coffee, not just with like what coffee should we move to, but like maybe there's some other drink and we can't drink liquor. Okay, like
so don't send that in.
Okay, I need some actual constructive ideas.
Yes.
So something that might be a better boost of energy in the morning.
Yeah, we talked about that. And then a story you guys did just reminded me so much of my dad, because my dad obviously grew up like on a farm. And this story you guys did about the self-driving John Deere tractors just made me think, like, if my dad was listening this morning, he'd be like, well, back in our day, we used to drive the tractor. And so now they're just driving themselves. I don't even know if I trust that thing.
Or is he just so jealous that he didn't have that back then?
That's totally an aspect of the farming that we didn't even think of. Because Nikki and I, although I grew up around a lot of farmers, I didn't know. I wasn't related to any or anything like that. So that you're totally right. That sounds like a farmer mentality.
Literally.
That they would not trust.
Never.
No matter how. I mean, I can't say I blame them, but they would not trust the self-driving tractor whatsoever.
I will tell you, Hudson, we had a tractor growing up.
You did?
My dad did. But we lived in like the suburban neighborhood, but it was just a bigger piece of land, and it was like a hill going down on one part. And so my dad always like overdid things. And so he bought a tractor to mow the grass. And so you used to be able to sit on the tractor with him, and there was like rabbit and turtle.
Yes,
so
yes.
Kind of fast and slightly faster. And he would mow with that. And I remember it was like, it was a John Deere like tractor thing.
Yeah. I want to ask Isaiah, did you grow up in an area where you would get stuck behind tractors driving on the road?
Yes.
Yeah, that's when you know that you grew up in the country.
Maybe it was my dad.
Yeah, it could have been your dad. And it was the worst. It was the worst, especially when you're trying to get somewhere and all of a sudden you're behind like a tractor. Yeah. And there's nothing you can do. If they're good, they would just like pull over on the side.
Yeah.
Well, some of them are so big though that they could, even if they pulled over, you couldn't do it.
But dude, they didn't care too. They're like, you're just gonna wait.
Oh, you're behind me? That's too bad.
Sorry.
Sorry, I'm at work right now.
Yeah, exactly. But that's
working
right away because like my dad like is like a little bit old fashioned, so like he never trusts electronics. Like for Christmas, he's had like an iPhone 6 for I don't know how long.
No.
My mom got him like the new iPhone, like an iPhone 13 Pro or whatever. And he's like, well, it doesn't really make sense for me to use this when mine works so well. No. I'm like, Dad, this is so much better. He's like, but the battery on this thing, it's incredible. I'm like, it's literally just like 7 upgrades. Like that came out in like 2014.
Well, tell your dad now that he can get the John Deere tractor that runs itself because he needs a new phone to run
exactly.
But it just doesn't make sense. The International Harvester still works so well.
He's like, this is crazy. I can do it by myself. Like, why would I need this thing to do it for me?
This thing has gotten me through like 7 kids. Or, like.
So basically, we like, in this podcast, you'll find out we like food, there's farmer talk, and all the fun stuff.
Something for everybody.
Yeah, a little bit for everybody. Don't forget to say hi. Text at 877-2-RADIO-U. Any time of the day, just put, hey, it's for the Riot Podcast, and we will see it.
Check you next time.
Bye.
Yeah! You were one of the lucky few who missed the riot when they were live. Yet here you are.
I also like to live dangerously.
This is the Worst of the Riot podcast.
2022 is bringing back one show, at least, that we thought that was long gone, long behind us.
It is. It's hard with all of our streaming services now.
Uh-huh.
Yes, you get all these amazing movies sometimes at the same time when it's in theaters.
Yeah.
You get stuff earlier, like it's 45 days from when something comes out. You get reboots of stuff.
Yeah.
But then they're also just trying to fill a big void.
Yeah.
And they'll take anything that they had as a property.
Yeah.
From however many years ago. And it seems like.
And breathe new life into it.
They're trying to do that for everything.
And they think if they bring, I think the thinking is you bring every different little thing back, and there's that one niche audience that is going to be interested in that one thing, interested enough to subscribe to a whole streaming service. But then when you have a whole bunch of niche audiences all subscribing just for one thing, then you have a whole lot of subscribers.
Yeah, they're just trying
to
throw
adds
out.
Up.
They throw out anything.
Yeah, so what we have here, coming to Paramount Plus sometime in 2022, is the revival of Beavis and Butthead.
Was that ever that popular?
I think it was pretty popular.
It was?
You don't, all the people that used to say, I'm Cornholio, you don't know? That wasn't.
I wasn't on my radar.
Oh, you weren't hanging with the right crowd.
I wasn't.
That was, it's a niche audience, maybe, but Beavis and Butthead.
It was an old animated show.
Yeah, it was on MTV back in the day. Back in the, it actually started. I didn't know it was so old. It's from 1993 originally. Wow. It ran for a few seasons, and then they brought it back in the 2000s, and now bringing it back again. But here's the difference: in the original show, Beavis and Butthead are two very immature. They're probably like 15, 16 years old in the show. And now all this time has passed since 1993. So Beavis and Butthead have aged.
Oh, they're going to age them.
Yeah.
Oh.
So Beavis and Butthead are going to be, I guess that would be 30 years passing about. So now they're going to be in their mid-40s.
They want people to look, I guess at that point, be like, yeah, like your dad.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and the funny thing about Beavis and Butthead is if you saw like the original show and then you see Mike Judge, he's the creator, he put out like the art of what they're going to look like in the revival. Oh. And it looks exactly like you would picture. I didn't know. I've never pictured what Beavis and Butthead would look like when they were 45. I've never thought about that until today. But now that I see it, that's exactly what I would have pictured.
You have
that's
the art.
exactly it. And it's just perfect.
So they're doing a movie and more, they say, on Paramount Plus. Now, I still want to throw this out to everybody. All right, so I have Paramount Plus. Because I wanted to watch...
I was going to see, is this going to keep you going?
Well, no. That's it. I wanted to watch Yellowstone because that's everywhere and that's all everybody talks about.
Yeah.
So I signed up for like the free month of Paramount Plus. And I'm like, wait, where's Yellowstone? You're like, I think I'm spelling it right. Like, what am I getting wrong? But they have a streaming argument so that Yellowstone is not on Paramount, even though like the 18 whatever is on there now, like the prequel one.
Yep.
So I was like, fine, I'm not going to continue Paramount Plus. It was supposed to have ended on January 1st. I still have it.
Oh, look at that.
So I don't know why.
It's a little blessing in disguise.
There's nothing there I want to watch.
Not until Beavis and Butthead the movie comes out.
When do you think they're going to turn off my Paramount Plus account?
See, my prediction is that it'll be about a week. If it was supposed to end on January 1st, then about January 8th. I think, because I've been through this a few times for different reasons, that if you miss a payment or if you just decline to pay a subscription for a little while, they give you about a week where they're like, your payment didn't go through,
we'll give you some time.
come on back, and stuff like that before they finally cut off your access.
I haven't gotten any.
They haven't emailed you or anything?
No, because
you sure you haven't been charged?
I haven't, because I can see that in my because mine's through Apple, so I have the subscription through them.
Yeah,
and it shows that it canceled, and I haven't had any other charges from it. But I also haven't got the begging emails. Will you please stay with Paramount Plus, because I'm still with Paramount Plus.
It sounds to me like maybe you like Paramount Plus a little more than you're letting on. Since you're still subscribed, it sounds like you're still checking in every day, seeing what their latest offerings are.
No, because I want to see like why haven't you shut my my thing off? I don't understand.
Yeah.
So if anybody wants a login, I still have one.
Welcome to The Riot, where you listen to us and that's it. It's pretty much a one-way street. The Riot. RadioU.
So get ready for a new fast food restaurant. Have you ever heard of KFBM?
KFBM?
Yeah.
So is it's not KFC?
No.
What is it then?
Kentucky Fried Beyond Meat.
Oh, yeah, they were testing that.
Yeah, they're not just testing it anymore. Starting on January 10th, Beyond Chicken will be entering KFC stores nationwide, they say, for a limited time.
So faux meat, Beyond Meat, Impossible, all the words that go with meat. That was super popular last year. And it looks like it'll continue because the chicken, like real chicken, it is hard to find.
Yeah,
so
that's right.
Have to move to the
that's
faux
why
one.
KFC is finally going with this. And I do say finally because do you realize that KFC has been testing the Beyond Meat chicken since before at least 2019.
Oh, I didn't know it's been that long.
It's been a long time. And 2019 might not sound that long ago, but as the takeout points out, the Popeyes chicken sandwich wasn't even around for a lot of 2019. That came up in 2019. So KFC has been testing this Beyond Meat chicken since before the Popeyes chicken sandwich. That's how long this testing process has gone. And now finally coming to fruit for a limited time
nationwide
with Beyond Meat chicken.
It looks like they tested mostly in Atlanta and then expanded to Nashville and Charlotte. And now, like you were saying, on the 10th, you can enjoy KFC Beyond Meat. I'll have to look, though. You have to watch. Like, if you're like, oh, I want to be a vegan for January, like maybe that was your resolution.
Yep.
Or if you're like, I want to be a vegetarian, or if you just want to try different things. You just have to know how it's prepared.
Yeah. Because it might be fried in the same oil.
And
then it's got chicken oil all over it.
Exactly. Like, you have to look, depending on why you're eating it. If you're eating it for more like ethical reasons and you're like, this is the most delicious thing, then that means there's cross-contamination. Because there's no way it'd be that good if they were really being very strict with it.
So I think there's a possibility here for the first ever Riot Beyond Meat food fight.
We should, absolutely.
We definitely should try it. So January 10th, it'll be out. But I have to admit, I mean, I guess you cover anything in this, 11 herbs and spices? Is that how many? Is it 11? Is it 7? Is it different?
For the KFC stuff?
Yeah.
I don't know.
How many herbs and spices do they have?
Well,
However many it is, you cover something in it, it's probably pretty good. However, the pictures of this, and this is the pictures they're using to sell it, do not appeal to me whatsoever.
No, it's not.
It looks like a bad fish stick. There's no... What?
It doesn't.
It does look like a bad fish stick.
It's not even shaped like a fish stick.
It is shaped like a fish stick. It sure isn't shaped like a chicken leg.
No, it is. It's 11, by the way. It's 11 herbs and spices.
11 herbs and spices.
But you're right. It's a little. It's softer on the sides.
Yeah.
It's not as defined as when you have non-faux chicken.
Yeah.
But yeah, we should totally try it on Monday.
Well, this will be my first chance to the first opportunity for me to give the Beyond Stuff a fair shake.
2 is better than 1.
Unless we're talking about The Riot.
The Riot, Radio U.
The matter at hand, football.
Yeah.
And I want to see if we think this seems like good news or really bad news or neither. But the Super Bowl is coming up, and the NFL is apparently preparing for any number of different scenarios regarding the Super Bowl. It's supposed to be February 13th. It'll be the first Super Bowl played at the new SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles.
It's on the 13th?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. It's supposed to be.
Why do I feel like it was always earlier in
It
February?
was. Because it was.
Huh.
They, with the added extra NFL game this year, they moved, they added another week onto the season, which means all of the playoffs and stuff is pushed back, including the Super Bowl. And as they continue this on, that means one day the Super Bowl is going to fall on Valentine's Day.
I mean, that's a lot. That's 2 days.
That's going to be a tough...
Like, guys, I like to space stuff out.
Yeah.
So I can't be having the Super Bowl and then the next day Valentine's Day.
And besides, now this year it's Super Bowl, then Valentine's Day, which you're right, is a lot. Some years, that's going to lead to some tough, difficult decisions for couples, I think. Actually, seriously.
It feels like that at that point, maybe it's easier because you could have a 2-day celebration.
You think? Yeah.
Super Bowl first and then Valentine's Day.
Yeah, it'll be Valentine's Day observed on the Monday afterwards.
Are they thinking of like moving it physically, like to a different stadium?
Yeah,
or, okay.
that's evidently the NFL has been in contact with multiple clubs, multiple teams about potential stadium availability should they need to move the Super Bowl. The one that is notarized is AT&T Stadium, which is the Dallas Cowboys Stadium.
Yeah. So this is all code for they might have to move it to a different state that has less COVID rules.
Yeah, exactly right.
So
less COVID cases, or that at least cares less about the COVID cases that they do have. That's how we are all reading it. Now, if you listen to the NFL, their spokesperson, whose name is Brian McCarthy, said they do plan on playing Super Bowl, what is that, 51? No, 56? 56?
Don't look at me.
I don't know. I can't read the Roman numeral. I think it's 56. As scheduled at SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles on Sunday, February 13th. However, as part of our standard contingency planning process that we conduct for all regular and postseason games, we've contacted several clubs to inquire about stadium availability. Should we not be able to play the Super Bowl? He says weather-related issues or unforeseen circumstances. I love this. Our planning process for the Super Bowl in Los Angeles is ahead of schedule. That is code for we've got so much to do. He sees that is a lie right there.
Basically, this whole thing feels like almost I have a date for Valentine's Day, but I have a couple of backups.
Yeah, right.
Just in case something doesn't work out with your first choice.
You got to cover all of your bases. I don't know, but
I really didn't know that the Super Bowl was going to be on the 13th this year.
Yeah, that throws you for a loop, doesn't it? A little bit. That you have to plan around that with your Valentine's Day and everything else that weekend. Be prepared.
This is the Worst of the Riot podcast.
What kind of coffee should we buy?
We're ready for our next order. And we've been going with this New Mexico Pino coffee. And
it has pine nuts.
It's super good
brewed with it.
It's really, really good. It's like a less less bothersome on your tummy. So
if that's a problem you have.
It's a lighter coffee. But I feel like after 2 orders, maybe even 3 orders.
Yeah, I think we're 3 in.
I want to try something different.
Yeah, well, you're ready to switch things up.
My stomach's okay. It's ready.
Yeah, it's ready. And maybe, it doesn't mean we have to completely eschew the New Mexico coffee forever. We could still have some on the side for when it feels necessary, but we want something new. We want to branch out, give something new a chance.
Yeah.
And so now we're looking for coffee recommendations on the Riot because we are running low.
I also know too that it's there's some controversy considering like if you order your coffee or if you go to the store and get it. But I'd also really like to not have to order the coffee.
So what? What do you want to do?
Well, is there something that's just at the store or Costco? Am I missing it in the Costco aisle? And you're like, no, this is the best coffee ever.
Yeah, I don't know. I think some coffee aficionados will tell you if you can get it in the store, it's already gone bad.
Yeah, that's true.
Like you don't want that kind of old coffee. It's not going to be the highest quality. But then again, we've been working on these. Like when you drink coffee as much as we do, you can't just go and buy one bag of coffee or 1 cup of coffee. You know what I mean? You can't make it all fresh. You've got to buy it in bulk, so that you're stocked up every morning. So that means just
it's sitting there anyways.
By its nature, it's just going to be sitting there. So keep that in mind. But if there's a good grocery store coffee that you know of, we're open to that. We're open to, I don't know. Do we want a subscription thing? We've talked about that in the past. You don't want that?
Don't pin us to that. I would like it to be something where we're just able to choose. And then if we don't like it, we can move on to something else.
So let's see. Off the top of the head, any ideas?
No, that's why I have to.
That's why we have to outsource this?
I knew we were getting low, and I just said to myself, like, I don't want to order this one again. We really like it.
Yeah.
The coffee that we have, but I think it is time where you try something new.
Yeah, well, I am this way with coffee and many other things that okay, let me put it this way. There's so many just brands upon brands, roasts upon roasts, just so many different coffees out there that why would you just stick with one when there's so many options? You want to try as many as you can, and then maybe one day you'll find one that you just cannot live without, and that'll be the one you stick with. I'm making it sound like dating or something, like we got to,
Maybe, honestly.
We just need to find the right coffee to swipe right on, I guess.
Maybe, though, at least for me, I know you're different because you don't add anything to it.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't even care about the coffee. I just want creamer.
Yeah, that's right. Nikki wants some new creamers.
That's all I care about. I don't even taste the coffee anyways.
I think we are we are due for some new creamers, as in there's some new flavors out there that we're supposed to try we need to find at the grocery store as well.
Well, I'll give you guys a minute. If you don't mind just popping over to your coffee area, your coffee bar, your coffee cart, and just text us at 8772 RadioU. So then that way in the next day or so we could try to narrow down what new coffee we're moving into.
Yeah, because otherwise we are getting a bit low on what we have.
Well,
if we don't decide quick enough.
Do we have, is it the maple walnut? Is that still left?
We have a few pots of that we could still make.
I don't want that.
It's gonna happen if we don't decide here quickly.
Just take it home, will you?
Yeah, I can. Okay. I can. I will make it actually. So that's fine.
Well, we successfully used up the peppermint bark coffee.
Yeah,
that was the last pot that we made this morning.
But see,
so let us know what else we should try.
Scraping the bottom of the bag for the other couple flavors that we have. So if we run out of coffee, things are going to take a turn for the worst here. We don't want that. So that's why we need your help.
We can't have things get that bad.
8772 RadioU.
If you missed out on the next Riot moment when it originally aired, you don't know how lucky you are. You're listening to the Worst of the Riot podcast.
Well, I was telling Hudson, maybe we need to move past coffee totally. Maybe we just buy energy drinks because Isaiah's already drinking one every morning anyways.
That's right, yeah.
Maybe we don't do coffee anymore. We just move on to something else.
Yeah, well, I don't know if I can do that, though, because you know how if I make the maple coffee and that sound you make when you drink it, you're like, you know that?
It really hits you in the back.
Yeah, like you're trying to force it back out of yourself.
Yeah, but not with energy drinks. Those are just deliciously flavored.
No, they're not. That's what I'm saying. The ones Isaiah, I think, still usually will go with the Alani New, and I've had those. based on his recommendation, and they are quite good. They're also super expensive. It's like $3 for a 10-ounce can or something.
What are you talking about?
It's through the roof.
I know. Can you imagine, like, hey, guys, what's your beverage bill for the morning?
Yeah,
like, what happened to the coffee?
We don't have that kind of budget. The RadioU fundraiser we'd have to really extend it to afford the Alani News. So then if we're going even with Red Bull, which still is pretty expensive, that's where I'm going to be going. I can't do it.
Okay, so maybe not so much energy, but more like a Gatorade powder or something, and we just make a pitcher every morning.
Is that what we want to go with?
Yeah, and then
some Tang or something.
Can you imagine how the show will be if we're all like full of electrolytes and stuff?
Yeah,
like,
right.
Very hydrated.
We're hydrated. Well, we're doing a good job with the water drinking, aren't we?
No, we're not.
You know what I started doing? I don't know if you've noticed. So I'll take right now, we do have LaCroix provided for us. Do. And so I'll drink that, or I'll just drink regular water. But what I'll do is every time I take a sip of coffee, I take a sip of my LaCroix or my regular water. Yeah. So that I make sure that I'm equaling out my intake of whatever other drinks I have with water. And so I think that's a good strategy to make sure that I, at least keeping it in a balance of some kind.
I think LaCroix's drying you out. We just don't realize it. It's like, that's not water.
The bubbles
water.
are bad for you. Mm-hmm. The bubbles, you're drinking air, and that's actually having the reverse effect.
Well, I just wanted to throw it out there as we're looking for a new coffee to have for like the show for each morning. Maybe we just have to branch out even further than that.
Yeah, I don't know. I do love the coffee though, and there's just something about it. Something about it that connects with the show. And I think it would totally change things
if you didn't have it.
If we got away from it.
Well, just any idea. There's no bad ideas.
There's
right
no
now.
bad ideas.
No bad ideas.
I do want to focus on something that we could just buy at the grocery store so that we don't have to remember to order it. Well, I guess we'd have to remember to go to the store. But, like just somebody when they're out grocery shopping anyways, they could go, hey, we're getting low. Let's pick up this in a giant, massive bag. And I guess some people would say, well, that's going to be just the worst coffee.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like, could we get by with Pete's Coffee, Caribou Coffee, not Dunkin' Donuts, something, just like one of these, not Folgers, but like one of the better grocery store coffees.
Sure.
Is there something out there that comes in a giant bag that we could go with?
Here's what it actually is. The real reason for this is this all starts to feel like work. When we have to order our coffee.
Yeah, I know.
And I know that's a first world problem, but it's just work and I'm tired of it.
If you're buying coffee for your own personal use at home, it's exciting. It's fun. Except maybe when you see the price tag. But when you're buying coffee for work and you have to make a bunch of people agree on it.
It's hard.
Yeah, it does. Even though it's not exactly on your dime, it somehow becomes harder.
Until then, may we suggest the shop.radiou.com. We've got our RadioU water bottle because we're drinking from that this morning.
Yeah.
Coffee's to the side. Breakfast will be later, but we've got what we need now.
We got to stay hydrated in the new year, that's for sure.
Everything you love about the Riot, plus a handy-dandy fast-forward option. This is the Worst of the Riot podcast.
So normally when you hear about smuggling, of course your mind goes to drugs.
Sure. But
I have a story here about a woman who was caught by Customs and Border Patrol, Border Protection in Progreso, Texas last week. And she was smuggling something much different that, as far as we know, had nothing to do with drugs.
All right, as far as you know.
As far as we know. I'm still open to new information on this case.
It could be that maybe this was a distraction.
Yeah,
so that
right.
they never found the drugs.
It might be. It is 4 spider monkeys.
How do you
she was smuggling them across.
How do you try to smuggle them in a duffel bag?
Yeah, that's what's insane to me is that not only was she trying to hide spider monkeys and get them across the border, and to what end was she doing that? We don't know. But in a duffel bag, you would think those monkeys. I mean, I don't know how hard it would be to shove one monkey into a. Yeah, maybe, right?
Yeah.
That's what it must have been. That's not denoted in the story, but I didn't even think about that.
Maybe
I don't have that kind of a twisted mind.
They
would think about
their
Yeah. Oh no, the duct tape over the monkey's mouth.
I mean, if not, you're like, is that several spider monkeys in the bag?
Yeah. And you're right, because otherwise, how would you get for the one monkey in the duffel bag, keep it in there, and then add 3 more additional monkeys, and each time keep the next monkey from getting out?
Yeah.
So you're right. They had to have been tied up. In fact, as I read through this story, Nikki, here's the other possibility. It never actually says the monkeys were alive.
Oh, no, they were released back out.
I know it says they were brought back to Mexico, but it doesn't say they were
you
brought
think the
back
bodies?
alive. It might have been. Maybe they just sent the bodies back to Mexico so they could get a proper funeral in their home or whatever. I don't know.
They say they were spider monkeys, they're protected, so you're not allowed to do that.
Yeah.
You're also, if you've never traveled internationally, they're pretty strict about what is coming back in or leaving a country because, we don't... You're selling them. They know what you're doing. So you're not allowed to have that for these spider monkeys. They say they were sent back to Mexico, but you're right. If you read through some of the lingo, no one's saying were they actually still alive.
I would think that they would denote either way. I assume that they're alive, but it's not actually specifically mentioned. So we can't be sure. Those monkeys might have met an unfortunate end, but then you'd even wonder then, what are you going to do with 4 dead spider monkeys?
Dude, I can't. I've never been to Progresso, but isn't that the soup?
Yeah, it is.
They're like,
hey, I'm the soup expert. I know all about Progresso.
Well, in the article, they're like port director for Port of Progresso.
Ooh, it sounds delicious.
Place? So they say that they have encounters a lot of times with hidden exotic animals, and in this case, yes, the spider monkeys. They were trying to bring them in, and that's not allowed.
Yeah, so that's a no-go. I missed this story. Because they're mentioning like some of the other crazy things that people are smuggling in, and usually it is drugs. Last July in Memphis, Tennessee, somebody tried to smuggle in 489 grams of meth. It was hidden inside individual peanut shells.
Wow, the work they did.
Yeah, right?
How do you do that?
Yeah, that's a concern for me. How did they pull that off?
What about
That's
those?
very meticulous.
Well, that's scary because what about do we still have any of those restaurants where we can throw the peanuts on the floor?
Yeah,
I thought
Texas Roadhouse.
I thought COVID got rid of like the peanut thing, but maybe
what are you going to catch COVID from a peanut?
No, but you weren't allowed to like have food out and touch the food.
Yeah,
but
Five Guys wouldn't let you take the peanuts for a while, I think.
Yeah, I think that was a bit of a break. But oh my gosh, I didn't even think you could do that.
Yeah, not just putting like each individual peanut shell, but then you have to like reseal them at least enough to where it looks not so conspicuous.
Maybe they were injecting it with
you
like
think?
a needle.
Is that how meth works? You inject? I thought it was the little rocks.
How about this? Pause, we don't know.
Yeah.
And I don't need to know.
All I know about meth comes from Breaking Bad, and I haven't watched that in a long time.
Let's just say no to the meth and no to the trying to smuggle in spider monkeys.
Yeah, and no to all that work of putting it in the peanuts either. All of the smuggling sounds like too much work. That's where you lose me.
If you're looking for hot takes on the day's most important news stories, you're in the wrong place. You're listening to The Riot on RadioU.
I don't know if you saw this story. I'm sure you've got your finger on the pulse of the Cleveland Browns and of Baker Mayfield, their quarterback. But he may not be their quarterback for long.
Are they breaking up? Do they not like each other?
They aren't very happy with each other right now.
Yeah.
We have reports here coming from Cleveland.com. They would know. That's where the Browns are. That Baker Mayfield is not happy with Coach Kevin Stefanski's play calling. And if he doesn't get assurances that they are going to change the play calling to play to his strengths going forward, that he is going to request a trade.
So does it seem like, because I'm going based on this article, and every time I see Baker Mayfield, they're picking pictures where he looks pretty grumpy.
Yeah, yes,
so,
yes.
Like, do Cleveland fans not like him? Or
see, there's a lot of people that do like love. It's either you love him or like you want him out right now. And so they've done a really good job this year. Cleveland has of driving Baker away, and also. He's not happy with Kevin Stefanski's play calling. I'm not happy with Kevin Stefanski's play calling. So I can't blame Baker for not being very happy right now, as the whole city's kind of turned on him when he's played injured the whole year and kind of gutted it out for the city, and it didn't end up working in his favor.
Is he the one where his wife's like always talking
Yep.
on social media?
Yeah, I sense a theme with Baker Mayfield
People
and his
being
wife
unhappy.
and just the whole situation. So Isaiah, let's just say that Baker Mayfield does get traded in the offseason. Are you loyal to him or are you loyal to the Browns?
Oh, I've been a Browns fan since I was like in second grade. I would be so thoroughly upset if he got traded because that pretty much means the Browns have no option at quarterback because we're not going to get Aaron Rodgers or Russell Wilson or all these people that are like, a lot of Browns fans I think are delusional and they're like, oh my gosh, yeah, we can just get Aaron Rodgers and he'll come to Cleveland. Why would any good quarterback ever want to come to Cleveland? In what way have we ever shown that we can have a quarterback on our team that's ever been good?
That's a good point.
So why would they want to come here?
Is an improvement on everything else you've had in the existence of the franchise, which isn't saying a whole lot.
But if it's not going well, you got to try.
Yes.
Try to find someone else.
See, I'm on the Isaiah and I disagree because I'm anti-Baker. And so I would see this as a blessing in disguise. The Cleveland is stuck in a tough position right now because I don't think they're really totally thrilled with Baker Mayfield, but they're kind of stuck, like Isaiah said, he's probably their best option likely. Like it'd just be weird to get rid of him unless he really wants to go.
Sure.
And then it's them. They can just be like, all right, hey, let's get rid of him and see what we can get back. Maybe you get I don't know. I don't know what you would get. Maybe you get Derek Carr. Maybe you get. There's quarterbacks out there, and there's options. You can figure it out. Can figure it out.
What they need to do, the Browns need to look inside, and they need to find someone who's a part of the team already who they didn't know he'd be a good quarterback.
Yes,
really good, and then he's a no name, and he'll just be a surprise hit.
You look deep within.
Yeah, you have to.
see what you find. Man, I don't know. I feel bad because, I've been through what you're going through right now.
Yeah, sadness.
Where your loyalty is being tested, where you feel like your mom and dad are fighting type of situation.
That's literally what it feels like. I've been because Baker was like the blessing to Cleveland when he came, and then this year he's really struggled. But it makes me feel bad because in the very beginning of the season, like he should have not even played the whole year. Like he got hurt really bad, but ended up trying to play through an injury. Which obviously never works out very well, but when you try to play through the injury and play for the city and then you end up playing bad and everybody turns on you, that just isn't very much fun then.
Yeah. He, in a way, he did himself in.
He did.
But in a way, Cleveland also not doing him a lot of favors, so he just can't win.
I feel like you're the mom and dad guys because I can't tell if we're supposed to like or hate him.
I know.
Because I can tell you don't like him, Hudson, but Isaiah, I feel like you still have a little hope.
I do.
So
I have a deep love for this man. He saved the Browns for a while, and now it's tough.
I'll make you a deal. Green Bay will trade you Jordan Love for him. We'll take him as a backup.
Oh my gosh. Nobody wants Jordan Love. Nobody wants Jordan Love.
He's full of potential.
No.
I think it's a fair trade.
No.
If they keep talking long enough,
They're bound to say something that you agree with.
The Riot with Hudson and Nikki on RadioU.
Well, this is a big day. This is a big time for farmers everywhere.
Farmers?
Yeah.
Is it Almanac Day?
No, I don't think so.
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know about all of the almanacking that goes on with the farmers. But what I do know is that very soon the time may come where if you're a farmer, you may not have to go out in the field any longer.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll give you more time to be on farmersonly.com because John Deere is basically saying that they have a fully autonomous tractor.
Hey!
That they are going to be, I don't know if you can actually buy it at the moment, but they have it ready here. They have it pretty darn close to being ready to go. The technology to support autonomous farming has been developing
tractor.
Rapidly. Yes.
Yeah.
And so now they've got basically it is a package of hardware and software that combines machine learning with GPS powered auto steer features so that not only could you just kind of sit in your tractor and let it do the work for you, you could leave the field altogether. You just set up your tractor and watch it go, and you sit inside and watch Netflix.
So they say that with the equipment, you can monitor things using your phone. But I would be worried that the John Deere tractor would leave the field.
Yeah, that's what you're concerned about.
Well, I don't know. My only thing with farming is sometimes like the horror movies where it's slowly coming at you and it'll just chop you up.
Yeah.
So
that would be the worst.
Yes, it would be.
So,
and I can't tell if this is like a kit you can get for an existing John Deere tractor or if you have to buy like the self-driving John Deere tractor.
Yeah.
Because I know those things can be very expensive.
Yeah, we're just not totally all the way into the farming world to
We
know.
don't know.
But I mean, it feels like a big advance. And they actually do say that advances in autonomous vehicles as far as farming goes have advanced a lot quicker than when it comes to actual cars.
Sure.
And the reason being is it's a lot easier to just drive in an empty field than it is to drive on a road with other cars and other people and all these other obstacles where as a tractor where you're just harvesting wheat or whatever, there's not a lot to crash into, not a lot you have to worry about. So it actually makes the self-driving thing pretty easy.
So the kit will include 6 pairs of stereo cameras that do a 360-degree view around the tractor. Then that input is analyzed by algorithms, which shows unexpected obstacles. So then all you have to do is
If there's like a stray cow or something.
pretty much.
Yeah.
Or just like, why is that person over there?
Yeah.
So basically you have to get your tractor into the field, get it set up, then you get out of the cab, then you use your phone to start it up. And then every 8 hours it'll return. You have to refuel it and then move it from field
That
to
makes
field.
it sound like a pet or something.
I know, you gotta take care of it.
Every 8 hours it shows up. I need you to let it outside.
It looks good though.
Yeah, I would be really excited about this if I was a farmer. Give me a lot more time to, I don't know, milk cows or something. Get that other stuff done.
Do other farm
I don't know.
stuff?
If you're a farmer, what would be the first thing you want like to be automated? The cow
whole-
stuff?
That I think already is.
Yeah, a lot of it. Not all of it. Or at least I don't know if it's all affordable enough for the standard farmer.
Sure. I
don't know.
I don't think I want to do any of it.
Yeah,
So.
you don't unless it's fully 100%, it's just a turnkey farm. You don't want to be involved.
Listen, if you're a farmer, you're way better than me because I'm more lazy. I'm not going to do it.
Well, that's what I'm thinking. There's the stereotype of farmers now. They're like some of the hardest working folks out there, and they are. But if all of a sudden they can just turn on their phone and the tractor does all the work for them, I don't know. Are we going to start to think of farmers in a different light?
No, I bet it's
Or is a lot more people going to get into farming?
No,
which
a
actually would probably be
farmer-
good.
I bet you're still sitting on the side of the field watching.
Yeah.
Just to make sure everything's going well.
Yeah, well, and to take in the beautiful view of the vast cornfields as the sun rises.
And the John Deere tractor.
And the John Deere tractor. Oh, it sounds like a commercial right now, doesn't it?
Diamonds might be most girls' best friend, but for Nikki, it's DoorDash
The Riot
on RadioU.
This is a tough one for us to talk about because I know for me, this is something I just can't have right now. Now that's a new year and a new me that's trying to lose weight.
Hudson's on a diet.
Yeah, I have a New Year's resolution and I'm doing a low-calorie diet right now. So Pizza Hut, really out of the question.
Pizza just in general.
That's not going to work. That's the one major thing you definitely got to give up. But man, does it look good. They're really tempting me here with their new, and there's nothing new about the food side of it, but it is their new Book It bundle. Do you remember Book It, Nikki?
Was that where if you read when you were in like elementary school, you could go get pizza or
When
something?
you were a child, if you, I don't remember exactly how the all workings of it, but you read books and you kept track of it or you lied about it and then they gave you pizza.
See, I think my mom was lucky. I loved reading. So I never took part in any reading like
Well, that's exactly when you should have taken part of it. Just because you're reading anyways, might as well get a pizza out of the deal.
I don't think she had to even think about it because I was just reading on my own.
I remember when you completed the Book It thing, you would get a personal pan pizza. And when you're like 6 years old, that's gold right there. And you wouldn't just get the personal pan pizza. You'd also get a button.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah, the little clip onto your shirt.
Yeah.
You didn't just get the pizza, you got the button as well.
Well, I want a button now. What do I need to do?
Here's what you got to do. If you want to get the Book It bundle from Pizza Hut,
do I still have to read a book?
Actually, I don't think you do. I mean, you're an adult. Who's going to read books at your age, So you go online to order on the Pizza Hut Book It bundle. You order it on their website or whatever. And if you are one of the first 20,000 people to order the Book It bundle online through January 18th, you will receive a code that will give you the free special edition retro-inspired Book It t-shirt, which is really, really cool.
And you get a button, too.
You get it looks like the button comes with it. And you can actually, I guess you go to thebookitshop.com and maybe you can just buy it. I don't know.
So I'm sorry, we're not getting anything for free?
Well, the shirt is free if you order the pizza.
Okay. But it's not like I'm going in saying, hey, I read a book. Pizza me?
Yeah.
Give me something.
That would be nice too, wouldn't it?
Just don't go in expecting that.
Get not just a bunch of kids to learn about the joy of reading, but also a bunch of adults to rediscover the joy of reading when it involves pizza.
So it's also nice. The pizza Book It bundle gives a $1 donation to First Book, which is a nonprofit organization for education.
And I'm looking at thebookitshop.com right now, and I don't believe that you can just buy the shirt. Unfortunately.
Well, then that's a no.
You can't even buy it. You have to redeem a code for it, which means you have to buy some pizza, which it's tempting, isn't it? They're really turning the screws on me here.
You're just hungry.
Yeah.
You're just hungry and on a diet.
It's been 5 days and not even that. And I might go off the diet just so I can have a Book It t-shirt.
And listen, don't be a pizza snob. I know you're like, I can say no to Pizza Hut.
Yeah.
Not when you're just on a diet. You'll eat anything.
And not when it's the personal pan pizza that's your reward for pretending to read books.
That's right. That's bringing in your childhood.
Yeah.
The Riot Podcast.
RadioU.
It is food fight time on RadioU. This morning, we're very excited to have Eggo Pop Tarts in the building that we are going to be giving a shot.
Now, I don't know if it's because of like everybody's resolutions to like eat better or something, and now you have an excuse, but I feel like everybody's just a tiny bit more excited than normal to have Pop Tarts.
The excitement is palpable in the studio right now.
So these are Eggo Frosted Maple Pop Tarts.
Yes.
And that's a collab with Eggo and Pop Tarts.
They look odd. They look very odd.
They're more yellow than you would
looks
think.
kind of like, the only thing I can think, it looks kind of like there's like mustard on it, so that's right away is kind of turning me off a little bit of it.
You know what it looks like to me?
What?
Cheese Whiz.
Oh, you thinking
Like
cheese
the spray,
whiz?
You know,
It
like
could
the
be that
cheese in the
too.
can?
I
Yeah,
prefer that
it's
over
like
mustard.
the same hue of yellow.
I believe it looks like a honey mustard.
Yeah, there you
more
go.
of a
Could be honey
honey
mustard.
mustard.
Yeah, like a honey mustard dressing.
So I think inside it's supposed to be the frosted maple, and then the...
Did you break yours apart?
No, not yet. The body of the Pop-Tart should be like the Eggo waffle flavor.
It's got a lot of body to it.
Don't make it weird. Oh, I dropped some on the floor. Already, we're doing good. All right, you want to try it? What do you think do you think it smells like a waffle or it smells like maple syrup?
Doesn't really smell like anything.
It smells
to me.
really buttery.
Buttery?
Now that I eat it,
Well,
or taste the maple,
you
I
get any Eggo?
I do.
Like waffle?
I
I'm
do.
not getting like anything right now. Let me try again.
Keep eating more.
I'm going to have another bite. You guys?
It's good warmed. I will say that really helps it. The filling's pretty good. I don't like maple too often, but it's not too overpowering.
I think I think this is very, very Eggo.
Yeah. You
I
know
think
what?
You
I
think
Hudson
so?
They
really
really
likes
captured
it.
it. I think I do.
Are you going to eat all of it?
I don't know. I'm thinking I already swallowed one bite, but I feel like I should do a spit take. Not a spit take where I like spray it everywhere, but I just got to
Get the flavor?
I just got to
Spit
chew
out?
it and then spit it out because of the diet situation.
I'm just confused. Like, I can't figure out what it even tastes like. I can't even pinpoint any flavor.
What do you
at
mean?
all.
It tastes like an Eggo.
What do you mean an egg like a waffle? I don't think it tastes like a waffle. I
It
don't think
tastes
it
like
does.
a waffle with butter and syrup.
You really
don't
get
think
the
it-
butter. But
Yeah,
it's
the
not
butter
like,
is the strongest flavor, and I can't pinpoint anything else.
But it feels like a artificial butter, like a cornbread sort of
Yeah.
buttery sort of aftertaste
Like
with
I
it.
can't believe it's not butter.
Not even that.
That time I did get a little bit more of the waffle taste,
Yeah.
I guess. But definitely the butter. But it's still not a real strong flavor. The first 3 bites, I had no idea what I was eating. It just tastes like a Pop-Tart, just like a plain Pop-Tart to me.
It tastes like a Pop-Tart that they forgot to put the stuff in.
Yeah, exactly. There's no cinnamon in here, strawberry. I
There's
just
no
was
nothing.
confused as to what this was.
You know what I think I like about it?
What?
Is that it's not overly sweet. Like it has the maple syrup
Yeah.
flavor, but it's not just like a blast of sugar to your tonsils. It is. It's just a nice light sweetness. And I think I really like it.
I think
these are
depends,
some of
too,
the best Pop-Tarts I've had.
What like Pop-Tart flavor do you like the most? Because if you like a fruit flavored Pop-Tart, you might think this one's kind of lacking.
Yeah.
Whereas I always like the
Because those ones
frosted
are in your
chocolate
face.
ones.
Yeah. I like the cinnamon ones a lot. So I like this. I feel like I could eat a lot of these because it's not like a real like aggressive sweet flavor. So I feel like I could probably eat like 4, 5, 6 of these and not even think about it because they're really light.
Well, we'll set the box out in the break room, and you'll have your chance to do just that.
See how long they last.
Yeah.
I know sometimes I've been trying to give away the food fight items that we try, but we're not going to be mailing.
We're not going to send individual
This is a
Pop-Tarts
breakfast
in the
food.
mail.
Yeah, this is a breakfast food. These will get eaten in like 3 days. I'll have one of these every day.
We always have Pop-Tarts in the break room anyways, but these ones I feel are good enough that these are going to go pretty quickly.
Well, they're good. The Eggo Frosted Maple Pop-Tarts, they're good.
Yeah, I think I'm going to give 2 thumbs up. What about you guys? 2, 1, none?
I'm going to give 1 thumb up. I think it's good. I think it's very good.
Out of a 2-pack of Pop-Tarts, I give it 1 Pop-Tart.
1 Pop-Tart.
Pretty good.
All right.
You just heard the worst of the worst. We'd give you the best of the best, but we'd have to find that. As soon as we do, you'll be the first to know.